Okay, we're live on X. And we are live on YouTube. Okay, show is pinned to the top of X.
Turn the lights down low. Come right on over here to me. I know you don't want no commitments, baby. I just wanna set your body free. And I don't care what's going on in the night outside my door. I just wanna get your head right, baby. Give you all the love I got for sure. So baby, if you've got that feeling, you know I wanna give you that midnight healing. Oh, I just wanna make love to you all night long.
Okay. What's up, y'all? Good morning. Let me get myself situated here. Usually I have my tea, but not today. A lot going on today. All right, let me do an audio check real quick. Let me make sure we're good everywhere before we start. Okay, I think we're good. Think everything's good. Everything looks good. We're all set. Okay. What's up, y'all? Good morning. Well, not for everybody. Good afternoon. Good morning and good afternoon. Um, it's episode, what are we up to? 368, The Power of Family. All right. So, pretty good episode today, this morning, this afternoon. This gentleman who's coming on, Rococo, who is our guest, is it actually will be this is the Hour of Power's first PFP project. We've never had a PFP project or a PFP project creator come on before. And so this is a really good one. It was suggested by Josh. He pointed out that this might be a project I want to take a look at. Might be a creator and a project leader that I might want to bring on. And so as I took a look at it, I found a lot of interest in this. I have a lot of questions. So we're about to welcome our guest on, and so you guys know how I want to do. I don't like to waste too much time. So without further ado, let's bring on Rococo. Oh man, you gotta be kidding me right now. My pad's jammed. Look at this. Look at this. There's always something new. Right before the show. Okay. Rococo. Say hello to everybody.
Yo, hello everybody. What's up, guys? Here it is. Rococo. What's up, guys? What's up, Mark?
What's up, Rococo? Welcome to the Hour of Power, man. Congratulations. You're the first PFP project to make it on the Hour of Power. I have so many questions for you, right? But before I start drilling, let me bring up these questions so at least I have an idea of which way we're going. And if I do talk a little fast, please remind me to slow down. But when I get excited about things, I tend to speak a little quickly here. So, guys, comments are open everywhere. Feel free to ask Rococo any questions if you guys got any questions. But Rococo, welcome to the show. Welcome to HOP. We're here to talk about your project, Rococo Family. You're the first PFP project to make it to the show, which I think is pretty monumental because I've never had a chance to have a conversation with someone who created a PFP project, right? And so I have a lot of interest. I think you've done an excellent job with your PFP project, especially from top to bottom. The website, the graphics, just the artwork. Just everything that you've done, really high quality. And so that really piqued my interest. And, Josh suggested that you guys would be a great, conversation. And so here we are. So without further ado, Rococo, maybe you can tell us a little bit about yourself, the background of the project, everything that, maybe you want to talk a little bit about, just maybe introduce yourself and who you are and your background and everything that you have got going on, and then we can take it from there.
Yeah, thank you. I'm so excited. To be here. Hour of Power with Mark. So here is Rococo. I'm Ali, the founder of Rococo. So I wanted to say hi to everybody to see us, and I'm so happy to be here. Let me start from our house. Me and my sister decided to create our own short series animation, funny animations, and we designed characters for this animation. We changed them, we pick some best of them, and we worked on them. Then we prepared for making an short series animation. But making an short series animation with two people is hard working. So we decided to change the game, and we decided to have a NFT project, PFP NFT project, to show these characters to all everybody all entire the world. Then we can extend our team and make our short animations, make the games, make everything in Web 2 and Web 3. So we searched about making this popular. So we choose the Web 3 after researching, and the journey was began here of the Rococo. Yeah.
So this all started from you guys creating being into creating animations. Now a question, right? Because this is what I'm curious about. Was it you and your sister who created the artwork of the project?
Yeah, yeah. We create artwork of the project, and our plan was to create short animations, but we have to extend our team, make our team bigger, so then we can jump on the animations. We decided to make family on Web3 and goes to animation.
Okay. Yeah, I probably jumped out of line with that question, but I think so you and your sister did such a great job on the art. I'm very impressed with the artwork of the project. Normally, PFP projects are kind of wacky. I don't know. I'm not crazy about the artwork, but I love from your ghosts, from the devils. There's, and we'll get into this a little later. We'll show everyone all the different, characters that are involved here. 11,000 characters. 11,111 characters are going on, right? And all of these different characters, which is, I think you did a great job with the art. But we'll get that. I didn't want to jump that question so much. So let me ask you a question. Tell everybody, what is the Rococo family?
The Rococo family is a way that making family on blockchain. Rococo project for a start has three parts: Men Rococo collection, Lady Rococo collection, and after that Baby Rococo collection. We have a Men collection right now, and collectors can collect Men Rococos. After that, we will release a Lady Rococo collection, and collectors can collect Lady Rococos. And if you connect your wallet to our website, we developed a smart contract that we can merge them. You can pick one man and one woman and make them marry and make your own baby with your own men and lady Rococos and make your family on blockchain. It's the base of making family, and that's why we named it Rococo Family. But I think making community in NFT in Web3, it's like something making family with our friends. And I have extended team and family.
So Rococo, let me ask you a question here, right? What is your background in art? Or is this something that it's like, how did this happen? Like, this seems like so you really took on, this is not a small project. This is a really big project with lots of different facets and lots of different things. You have the males, you have the females, you have the family aspect of it. You seem to have it planned very well. And so, is your background in art at all, or is is this something that just caught your attention? And like, is your background in animation and cartoons and art?
Uh, the background of animation is about a family and a universe of Rococos. So in this universe, men's, women's, aliens, zombies, devils are gathering together and live with each other. So we can decrease it to an compact NFT version. So we have multiple multi-gens, and you can see for example, we have 10 gen in the collection. As you said, the ghost ones, the skeletons, and they are in our animation too, and just this.
Rococo, real quick, how did this idea come to be? Like, how did you get this idea? Like, how did the concept and the idea form? How was this created? Were you guys sitting around one day just saying it would be cool to, yeah, and how did it become an NFT project? Did you stumble? Like, how did you how did you find or discover the NFT world?
Yeah. After we stopped our animation series, we decided to search about something that can help us to introduce Rococo to all entire the world. So I researched about NFTs and the Web3 blockchain, and my work is UI UX designer. I'm lead of UI UX designer in a company that who works on IoT. So I have many friends that they develop they are developer programmers, and I talked to them that I wanted to have a collection, PFP collection. As you know, Mark, the PFP collection is not about art. It's about combination between art and programming. So you have to create a programmers team to develop an application for Rococo that we can generate the Rococos. So the PFPs are not only art; they are combination between programming, art, and blockchain. This combination makes PFPs. And because of this, I have my many friends who are developers. So I decided to go to NFT, and in this way, I met some people. I searched for some blockchain things, and I met someone who helped me to improve ideas. That his name is Sina. He helped me for ideas, and the ideas growth and make it bigger, and now that's Rococo's background and idea.
Okay. So I wanted to say good morning to Shima. I see I see Shima said hello. So
Hey.
yeah, she's watching. Okay. So interesting. You mentioned that you had a background. You work for in art. I'm pretty sure you said you have and then programmers. So when you decided to do this, were you inspired by any other? So okay, you know what? Hang on. Let's go back. Let me say. All right. Now I'm getting too far ahead. Okay, so just to explain to everyone, this collection, there's a collection of 11,111 pieces in this collection. Not every piece was created by hand. The way a PFP project works is that you create all these different assets, all these different pieces on basically one main character. and then you generate through programming all of these 11,000. It's generative art. And then it takes all of these assets that you've created and it creates all of these pieces through programming. So you don't do each piece hand by hand. You do the main piece, the main cartoon, and then you develop this through programming, and then it spits out, whatever number or combination that you ask for, until you create this collection for everyone, right? I think I'm describing it correctly.
Yes.
So now you create these 11,111 pieces, right? A big collection. So this is not an easy, right? This is not an easy thing that somebody. No, I'm getting too far ahead of myself. Now I can go back, right? Okay. So, question: in your journey, right? Did you see other projects that inspired you to go in this direction, right? Because it seems like you have a very clear direction in your head with a plan, a roadmap. You have the males, the females, and then you have the babies. You have the zombies. You have a whole entire world of characters. Were there other projects was there other PFP projects that inspired you when it came to creating the Rococo family?
The inspiration of the Rococo, we researched for this type of collections, and we couldn't find something like this, that the universe that have men, ladies, and babies. There's no inspiration in this idea, but for the working, how to work, how to team making, how to extend our work, yeah, I have be inspired from Doodles. I think Doodles is the best example, and it's
That's Doodlegenics, right? Doodles?
not Doodlegenics.
No,
Doodles.
not
Doodles.
Doodles.
Yeah.
Okay, Doodles.
Sure.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, go ahead.
Yeah, just this for how to team making, how to extend your work. I trust Doodles, and for the idea, for the how to work, for the how to plan the universe, we type together and bring an idea, develop that idea, and just that.
Okay, so you came across Doodles. I would have thought for sure you might have said Bored Apes, but you came across Doodles. You felt Doodles was the best example. Maybe you saw Doodles, and then that kind of inspired you to take your animation and your characters and then create a PFP project. Okay, I was curious about that. So you then you guys started creating these characters. There seems to be a very specific style of cartoon that you used. Maybe you want to speak a little bit about that style of cartoon or that type of character creation. I believe it's I don't know how to say it. Ricali,
Rockale?
yeah, style from France, correct?
It's not exactly Rockale. Rockale is an architectural and painting style in France in 17th century, but it's the name picked from Rockale, and Rococo is a name that's picked from Rockale. So we picked the Rococo name because it means exotic, and our character, I think they are exotic. And the Rococo is has history background, so we picked the Rococo name for this. The Rococo is just an architectural style and drawing style, but it's not the same with our characters. You can see the Rococo or Rococo drawings on the church, for example, in France, and they have more details. They have something like exotic, but we picked the name, just the name from Rococo and Rococo. Rococo brings from Rococo. From this, for these characters, actually we wanted to them be more funny, friendly, and exotic. So we searched on the internet. So we create the idea, change them, change the nose, eyes, separated the eyes, how to look at the environment, and it's the base of the character making.
Yeah, you guys did an excellent job with the characters. I mean I took a really close look at these guys, and just you know, a lot of times really the graphics from top to bottom, all of the artwork from the gems to the Rococos to the, just every your website, you know, you guys did a fantastic job with that. I think some of the best that I've seen in PFP projects. Yeah, you know, so I'm glad that Josh recommended you guys. Guys got good tastes. But yeah, excellent job. So is there any type of significance why you went with the 11,111? Like, is there any? Because most people do PFP projects with 10,000 or maybe 1,000, but interesting. You went with so I'm a big I believe in 1111. So I was curious, any significance behind the 11,111?
Yeah. Okay, sorry.
No, go ahead.
Okay. Yes, it's you know, Mark, in NFT, PFP collections, collectibles, numbers are more very important. So we decided to be 11,111 because we have 5 rarities. Okay, common, rare, super rare, legend, and master. 5 rarities, 5-1 combination together. There is 5-1, 11,111 because of 5 gems, 5 rarities. In future, I will explain to you more about rarities, what is the rarities, and it's about the sorting and classifying the rarities and just this.
Okay. Interesting that you brought that up. Do we want to speak about that now? Let's talk about that in a little bit. Yeah, no, let's talk about that now. Right. So a lot of times these collections, you see them. They have commons, rares, super rares. I think you have one king. And then you have the orange gems. You have a lot of different assets, a lot of different things. And sometimes people don't understand how a PFP project functions with the rares, the commons, and the way that works. So maybe you could take a few minutes to describe and explain how the Rococo collection breaks down and why there are rares, super rares, one king. How did you make these decisions? How did you decide? How did you determine how many rares there would be, how many super rares there would be? Like, how did you guys decide all that?
Yeah,
And
for sure.
and how does that work, right? Like, how does that work with your project, but how does that work in general? Because maybe people are not familiar with a PFP project and how it works. And you have the opportunity to take a really good, you have a chance to explain to everyone how PFP projects work, especially when it comes to the rares, the super rares, the one king, right? Maybe you could break that down for everybody and explain a little bit better how this all works and why you chose to go that direction.
Yeah, for sure. At first, not all, but most of the NFT PFP collectibles, like this project, has have they have rarities because this large number of tokens have to be classified in some rarities, something that make them better. Okay. Um, the number who are less than others are more valuable. So it will classified in something like rarity. They name in the PFP collections we named it rarity. So it's a sort of it's a kind of classifying, and in Rococo we have five parts of classifying: commons, rares, super rares, master, legend, and master. Uh, in the common category, we have simple yellow skin rococos that they are 10,000 rococos here in this common category. In the rare category, we have more special characters like ghosts, skeletons, invisibles, and black and white. They are more different than the simple ones, the typical ones, and the number of them are less than the others. They are 1,000, so they are more valuable. The next step is super rares. They are more or less than others. These two thing they are 10 they are 100, and so they are more valuable in different gens, the aliens, zombies, and avatars, goblins, and finally devils. These are the gens in super rare collection, super rare category, and these 20 number of each gene. Okay, we have 20 devils, we have 20 number of aliens, and it makes more and more and more valuable than others. You have one piece of 20 instead of one piece of 10 hundred, so it's more valuable, and the characters are improved. They have different style, different skin, different type of view. And the fourth category classification is legends. The legends are not generated. As you see, generated. You have my video, my Mark.
You're all right.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, yeah.
We just had a little digital freeze there. That's all.
Yeah, yeah. My phone was call. Okay. The legendary category is more valuable because they are hand painted. They are not generated. In most collectibles, we have all generative arts, but we decided in Rococo have non-generative art also. So we add 10 tokens that they are the leader of 10 gens. We have 10 gens in Rococo, and we have 10 legendary tokens that each of one are leader of these all tokens. For example, the pixel art goblin in the legendary category is the leader of all goblins that they are in super rare category. So the leaders get together in the legendary, and they are not generative. They are hand-painted pixelate art. And finally, the King of Rococos, that's one token in the master category. that he is one piece and one God for the Rococo universe.
Okay.
So it's the classifying of rarity in Rococo. You can see rarities in many collections in the PFVs. Rarity is important thing in PFV collections.
Okay. All right. Thank you for breaking that down. So I didn't know that about the hand created ones and the king. So that's pretty interesting for the audience, right? And for the show. If you know a really good example of how maybe a really good example of how to explain this too would be like a baseball card set, or you know, any type of baseball card collection or something like that, right? If you were to collect a baseball card set, sometimes they have a maybe 100 all-star cards. They might have 1,000, you know, special foil cards. And then within that set, there might be like 10 really great players. There might be one superstar card or a rookie card. And so a lot of times, and then of course there's the generic, just the normal, just the regular cards, right? That might go for a certain amount. But as the cards, as the baseball cards get more rare, they go up in price. And so that this is in a way, you can compare a PFP collection with rarities sort of to like a baseball card collect. So the way you would collect baseball cards, obviously everybody wants the most expensive one or the hardest one to get or the rarest one. And then that creates this excitement. But, you know, in baseball cards, there's lots of sets, whereas in the Rococos, there's only one set, right? So there's only so many of these that you can get your hands on that are rare. And then as the rares, or I should say, as the legends and the super rares, as those become purchased, then it breaks down more into the regular Rococos. Okay, so I've been dying to ask this question, right? And I agree with what you did, right? Okay, and not to make this about me, right? Less about me, more about you. But I was thinking about doing 1,000 collection or a 10,000 collection. I wasn't sure what, but I wasn't sure where exactly I wanted to land it. And I looked at, you know, your project came across my desk. Your name, you guys, you know, we met in Spaces, and we started chatting, and Josh really believes in your project. And so, you know, he turned me on to it, had me looking at it, and I said, oh, you know, when I opened it up on Object. Now, a lot of these projects you're used to seeing on OpenSea. You're used to seeing on, you know, a lot of different places. But a lot of people either use Ether or Base. There are some projects that are on Solana, right? But you chose to bring this this huge project to Object and Tezos. And so I was just curious why you made the decision to bring it to Object and Tezos. What was it about Tezos and Object that was very appealing to launch this collection? I don't want to speak ignorantly, because I can't say that there aren't other collections on Tezos. I wouldn't know. I haven't looked around enough to know that. But your collection, outside of artists and artists' work that I have looked at, your collection is the first collection that I've seen on Tezos. And I said, oh, that's interesting, right? Because I thought that would be a great platform to launch a collection as well. but I didn't have that. I didn't know what to do. And then I gained confidence after I saw your collection. And so one of the questions that, I've been dying to ask you is, what made you choose Tezos and Object? What was it about that platform or that blockchain? Was it the gas fees? Did you like the way that the platform operates? Do you feel, well, no, I'll save that question for next. But what was it about Tezos and Object that made it so alluring that you said, all right, we're going to put it here. I feel good about putting this project here. Because it's a big project, right? It takes time for the project to evolve. And so these exchanges, they come and go all the time. But Object really seems to be hanging in there, and a lot of activity on Object. So I was just curious, what was your decision, your reasoning behind putting it on Object and Tezos? What was your thought process behind that?
Yeah, nice question. Let me start from there that we make our idea, we developed our idea. So we want now to choose a place, a blockchain, to have more variable things about making games, making, for example, universe and that. So I talked to blockchain developers, I read documents, and I find out Tezos is a good blockchain service to have games with their FA2 contract. And in future, if we wanted to have Rococo universe on the blockchain, we can do that better on Tezos. Except this, lower gas fee, for example, it's the point of choosing Tezos, and fastest transaction, and these are the values that we choose Tezos. But the main value is making games and universes on Tezos is more easier than others, because it uses some services, and the game developers can develop games easier on that.
Huh. Okay. Very interesting. It sounds like there might be a game in the future, but we'll get to that. Don't answer that right away. It's just I could see it already. So it's like, okay. So Tezos, you felt had a better contract, more the tech was just better to launch a project on like this. The transaction time, of course, the gas fees, and there is a lot of action on Object and Tezos. I mean, people love that platform, especially when all other platforms make it difficult. You have ordinals with Bitcoin. That's it's a lot of, to launch a project over there could be very expensive. You have then at the time you had Ether, then Ether Base, which seems to be a little bit more reasonable. You have exchange art over there, where and then you have a lot of meme coins on Solana, but Solana seemed to have a little difficulty, especially when there was a high volume of trading. But Tezos and Object, that Object platform, in my opinion, is probably one of the better platforms, if not the best. Especially with they have leaderboards, they have different things going on. It makes it you feel, when you're buying and you're up on the leaderboards and you see your pieces and the project going up there, it gets people interested. It gets people, people start taking notice. It creates excitement, and from excitement creates sales. So, question: you have this project now, right? You have this big project. You have a lot of different pieces that you have to sell. Do you? So how do you? Okay, here we go. How do you go about now selling out the project? Right. The objective is you have a project. You go around in spaces. Now you're creating your community. People are investing in your pieces. They're picking up a lot of different pieces. A healthy amount of sales. And I think you only posted, if I remember correctly, you only released the project, I think, earlier this year, back in, was it March or when did you release the?
December of 2023.
Okay. So I knew you released it earlier. So yeah, I wasn't sure. Yeah, okay, December 2023. Thank you. I thought it was earlier this year, but I knew it was around that. I knew it was recently. So you dropped the project in December 2023. How do you go about now? Let me. Okay, here's a good question. How do you go about now? How do you go about selling these out, right? Because the objective becomes getting people interested, picking up a Rococo, investing in the project, investing in what you have coming together. And I'm also going to imagine that from the health and the sales of the project, that you have a plan for the future of how you're going to use the revenue, because you've mentioned that you want to create an animation, and then you're going to need a team, and then that team needs to get obviously paid, and you want to do this the right way. So now I'm going to imagine that the sales of the project will help with everything that you want to do on the back end, or create your plan. How do you go about now selling? How do you go about selling these guys out? Like, yeah, go ahead. You go. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Yeah. At first, I'm don't worry to selling these pieces because it's a large and long-time project. So we are working on side parts things. For example, we are working on a magazine, comic books right now, and we have board games. We are developing a board games for Web2 peoples to gathering together and play games, card games with these Rococos. And this side part of projects help us to get more powerful. And about making animation, actually making animation make them more popular to now people know as Rococo. But you may who can pay them, who will how much the payment will be to pay someone to join us and making animation. But in this way that we think the community is whole role player of this method. Yeah, we trust the community. We create our community, and it goes slow by slow but powerful. In future, the games will be developed, and these games will be known Rococos. Who is Rococo? What is Rococo? Yeah, it's Rococo. That's it. And for selling this, it's long-term work. It's not about presenting and big business planning to sell it immediately, but we think long-term on it, because in future everything will be happen. For example, at first we wanted to develop a smart contract for Rococo, and it was so hard to find team members who can develop a smart contract on Tezos. But finally, we can find them. They develop for us. They are in our team, and in steps that we walk on this way, we can find more peoples. We can power our connections, and after that, we know some family members. We know some family guys who can help us to do this. Okay, for example, we have a magazine. We created a magazine, and it will be released in 11th of December. And it's in this magazine is powered by Rococo, but the people that who bring their contents are our family members, you know, our connections, our collectors, maybe our friends, and it will go step by step, slow, not exploding fast, but it's step by step working, and we are working on it, growing our team, and suddenly it will be explode the thesis. And something about thesis, why choosing thesis and object, I think thesis is a present place to have a PFP collection. You know, there is many PFP collection on Ethereum, for example, and fighting with them is a little bit hard for a little teams. So we choose thesis to grow little by little, step by step, and after that we can explode the thesis.
Yeah, I think everything that you're doing is on point and correct, right? Like I looked over every little aspect of the project, and I went through everything, and so I had all these questions, but I do agree with everything that you've done. It sounds like that you have a lot of what does everybody call them? Products? Is it products? Is product design product in the end? It sounds like you have a lot of product design in the end when it comes to the way you put together the project and the way that you do everything. So how long did the project take you to create?
Okay, good question. I separate this to three parts: graphic designs and character designs, program development, and contract development. Okay. At first, let's talk about the graphic design and character designs. We designed this with me and Maria, my sister, and it takes about 9 months to create these characters and painting the layers. And after that, I talked to one of my friends, who is a programmer, and he helped me to develop an application. And he developed an app for us to generate Rococos in our own way. So we have many parameters that we wanted to set it in app. So there is simple apps on the internet that you can use them for your generative art, but we wanted to have many parameters together, and we have to develop it with my own. And I talked to my friend who is a programmer, and he developed an app for me and for Rococo. Then we start generating Rococos, and it takes at the start of programming to the end, it takes about 2 months. Maybe it's little time, but we worked on it and tested and something that. And after that, it's time to create our own smart contract that we can plan our plans on that, and we can manage them on the blockchain. So we have to develop the Rococo's own smart contracts. We should search for developers. So we find a developer who could help us and develop the Rococo's smart contract for us. And after that, we minted them. The contract development takes 2 months. So I think 9 to 2, it means 13 months, around 1 year. It takes time to us.
So you would say that the design and the creation of this project just to bring this project together, it took you about a year of work to pull everything together. That's I was curious the time that went into, because it's just it's just so well thought out, and interesting to watch it evolve, and interesting to look at the artwork and just everything that you've done so far. I imagine that a lot of time has gone into this project so far. Uh, no, we don't have to worry about that. We answered that. So right? This is something I wanted to talk about, right? It's, believe it or not, Rococo, it's 10 o'clock already, so we've already we a whole hour right now. But the time goes fast when you start getting into this stuff, and especially when it's a good conversation. Community, family, right? You put a lot of emphasis on community and family, and it seems very important to you. And also fam art, right? You get people involved. You get the collectors involved, investors involved. You get them creating fam art, which I think is a great idea. We're going to show everybody about everyone's fam art submissions. But you really create a community between the collectors. Why is community and family? So it seems like it's a very heavy. You put a very heavy. You put a lot of weight on community and family. Why is that so important to you guys?
Nice question, because I think the whole and main thing in PFP collection is a community. For the holders team and for the creators team, be creative, have a roadmap, have a technology-based work. They are important, but the more important and powerful thing that you can have is community. So the community for us is everything, because for example, you don't know me before, but Josh introduced me to you, and now you know me. It's the power of community, I think, and it needs many money to have a advertisement, and it goes by people's mouths and people's talking. So that's the why I think, and our team is the community is the most and whole important thing.
You guys seem to have a nice little family and community growing over there. Question: how do you guys keep? I mean, when you start getting to the point where you have as large a number as collectors as you do, how do you stay in touch with everybody? Right? Like, how do you manage the information flow? How do you let people know, hey, this is what we got going on? I noticed you have a lot. So your branding is great, right? You have Rococo Radio. Or is it Roco Radio?
Roco Radio.
Roco Radio, right? You have Roco Radio that I see you have got going on. How do you keep your community? How do you keep everybody informed? How do you stay in touch? I mean, obviously there's X, right? But to let everybody know the progress of the project, the way things are going, how do you make that happen?
Yeah, the most activity of us is on X and based on X for now. And every Tuesday we get together with Rococo's family in Roco Radio, and we told them about the project, project updates, and we talk together, making ideas, send to them to each other energies, and yeah, every Tuesday we get together in Roco Radio and have an update of projects and just this. For now, it's on X, and in future we plan to start activity on Instagram with short reels. We wanted to have something like short animation and short reels in Instagram. That's it. Help us to grow better, grow easier, and make our family and our community bigger.
I see that I see, right, you got the Roco Radio, and that sounds like that you mentioned Thursdays you guys all get together Uh,
Tuesdays.
Thursdays?
Tuesdays. Tuesdays.
Tuesdays, excuse me. Tuesdays, you guys all get together to go over everything. You have marketing products, right? Yeah, board games going on in the background. A lot of different. There's a lot of motion behind this project. I'm sure you're familiar with the Pudgy Penguins project, or like you said, you pay attention to the Doodles project. A lot of times, people create dolls and it seems like you're focusing on board games. Do you have any plans on any more physicals, dolls, or maybe little maybe action figures or cartoons or characters? Any thoughts on any of that stuff?
Yeah, these characters are based on physical things, and they will be creative to create physical things for people, exactly child. So for now, we have Rococo T-shirts, and let me show you. Thanks to Josh to embroidery this logo for us, and we make it here. And we have some physical products like T-shirts. We have products like mugs, and we have a board game, physical board game that people can get together. And in Saturday nights we play Rocozy game, this board game named Rocozy, and we play Rocozy game in Saturday nights. And people who want to play game with us can join us in X, and we can play together. And for the dolls, it's not for now, but in future, when the baby Rococo comes out, their style is something like that you can make a doll with them better and easier. So we plan to make dolls in future, not now, but for now we have some physical products and physical games to gathering together and playing.
Now, question: does Rococo have any plans on expanding across the NFT universe, or are you going to be mainly focused on Tezos and Object? Do you have any plans on going to any other exchanges or anything like that?
For now, not. Not for now, because we have to extend our team and our community. In future, maybe we have work on other blockchains. But for now, we focus on Tezos, and I think the best marketplace of Tezos is Object. So we are on Object at Tezos blockchain. In future, maybe yes, maybe not. But for now, we are on Tezos.
Okay. Is Rococo your main focus? Or do you still have do you do something? Do you have a job on the side, or is Rococo a hobby? Like, how do you? It's a big project, so do you put all your focus on it, or do you juggle that between life? How do you look at how do you look at creating this?
Yeah, as I told you, I'm lead of UI UX designer of a company in that who works in IoT, and the other parts of my life is Rococo. So I worked in Rococo all nights, all days, and just this.
How about we talk about the orange gems? I feel like it's the one thing, right? You have your rares, you have your super rares, you have your legend, you have the king, right? The master. But what about what? It seems like these. It seems like you made these little orange gems. Very interesting. So how does the orange gems work, and how did you figure that out?
Yeah, the orange gems, I combined them, orange and gem, to orange gem. And I like playing with words. For example, I combine Rococo and coin, and it's combined and Rococoin. So I like playing with words. About Orangems, Orangems is a collection side of the Rococo, men's Rococo collection that we have challenged for our family. You know, for example, Fam Art Challenge is one of the challenge that we had for our family. In this challenge, we set some topics for them, so the family try to catch the orange. Everybody who gets first rank, he or her will win the orange. So orange is a gift for our family. And there are 10 pieces, only 10 pieces, so they are more valuable. And everybody who has orange gems, in future they can convert them in the legendary pieces. As I told you, the legendary pieces are 10 pieces, 10 tokens, and they are pixelated, pixel art designed by hand, and they are legend. And if you have one orange gem, you can have one legend item. So this is the thought of orange gems, and there is three orange gems released for now, 3 challenges. One of them, one of the owner is Josh. You know Josh. He is a hero. So I'm happy that one of orange gems are in Josh wallets. And the third one was about the fam art. And if you want to know about what is fam art, I will tell you what is the fam art.
I liked so. I think that you know, at this, what are we at? Okay, so we're about an hour and 10 minutes in, and I would love to, like, you know, show them everything that you have going on right now. Like, I'd love to, you know, bring up the project. I'd love for them to see all of the different Rococos, and continue to ask questions, right? But I'd love for them to see everything that you have going on. Because I think when they see it, they'll understand it a lot better. But you know, I had to get the questions out the way. I had so many questions for you.
Let's go.
All right. Let's get over there and let's do that. Let's show everybody. Let me move over here. Let me set this up for a little bit. Yeah, I noticed the fact that you are very good with the play on words. You know. Oh, we got everybody checking in. Hang on. Let's say hello. Shima, hello. HOPC, hello. Pantia, hello. Sina Herrera, hello. Omed, hey. Hello. Emma, hello.
Hello, family.
Yeah. What's up, guys? Welcome to hello, Rococo family. All right. Everybody's here checking out Rococo right now. Let me. Okay, so let me move to the full screen. I'm gonna close you up a little. Let me get this over. Let me bring you. All right, let me bring you out, and this way I can close this down, and this way I can bring you here, and then let me bring up this. Here we go. Okay. All right. Let's see. Let me make sure the whole screen is lined up right, so that we got you. And we're good. Okay, I think we're good. I don't want to cut you off. There we go. All right. Okay. Make sure I'm in screen here, and then okay, I think we're good. All right. Okay, so we're on your site. I'm gonna bring them to your site. Let's bring them out. This is your X, but let's start off with your site first, and then I'm gonna refresh it so the eyes blink. Yes. Love it. I love it. Bro, let me tell you something. You have done such a great job with the branding of this, with the name, with Roco Radio. Everything, man, just really good job with all of this. And the way you tied it all together and the way you tied it in. I can't give you enough kudos with that. You know, it's just really good job. The website, just clicking around and venturing that, you know, you got the logo on the t-shirt. Obviously, big shout out to Josh with that. But yeah, you really have a lot of your branding, the way you've brought everything together, just a great job, right? I can't say enough about that. But so here it is. We're on your own page, Rococo. Collect your Rococo, right? So I'm just going to click on this, show people real quick. This brings you to your Rococo page. We'll show everybody all the different Rococos later. We'll scroll down a little. Talk about, I'm going to bring up fan art right now. You mentioned that this is a way that they can get in, let me make sure I'm saying it right, not orange, but orangem, right? Orangem. Yeah. And yeah, you do. You're pretty good at the with the wordplay. So I'm gonna fix this real quick. I'm gonna bring up this so that everybody can see the fam art. So now you get interesting, right? You get your. I've seen a lot of posts on your page on X, as well as people making physicals. But then I've seen people drawing on chalkboards. I've seen people painting. You really get everybody involved. Maybe you could talk a little bit about the fam art and, just how, why is it important to get everyone involved? And you went in a direction where you got people, drawing Rococos and Rococos everywhere. So yeah, maybe you could talk a little bit about the fam art and the benefits of getting the community involved and getting all everybody, all the collectors involved. Interesting way to get them involved, but yeah, pick it up from there.
Yeah. The fam art was an idea by my friend Sina, who helped me to develop and produce the ideas. And it's a game. It was not game. It's a challenge for our family to draw the Rococos in their own styles. Okay. For example, if you are a hand pen drawer, or if you are a digital painter, or if you are, for example, a photographer, you can draw or take photo in your style of Rococos. Okay, Rococos in your style. So we have this challenge for 1 month, and all families send their own artworks to us, and I will picked some the best of them, and it goes to the voting. The people of family voted to the best ones, and finally the first person who get the first rank in the voting won the orangem. So the value of this farmer was orangem, and as I told you, the family is everything. If the community based good, if you pay attention to the community and you pay attention to the family, you will be grow. So you can see Rococos, many Rococos in their own people's styles, and we are so glad to have this family with us.
Okay, we do have a little animation here. Let's play it for everybody. Hang on. So that's how the Rococo ghosts happen, huh?
Yeah.
All right.
That was the animation that BD Vision done for fam art. As you know, it's the best. I don't know what I have to say, but it's full of happiness when you see the family makes you happy by drawing Rococos in their own styles.
Yeah, makes you feel good when collectors, right? They look at them all. Yeah, this is great, man. This is a great way to get and also, not for nothing, but this is a way to, you could say that you're collabing with other artists, right?
It's not a collaboration because we didn't meet them. It's just a challenge that we wanted to pick one the more popular artist to have an arrangement. So it's not basically it's not a collaboration because Rococo is the side part of them, but it's the work in progress of artists who are in family that draw Rococos in their own style.
Okay. Maybe collab wasn't the right word, but okay. So jumping out of fam art, I am on your rarities right now. Rococo has 5 different rarities. This is what you spoke about earlier, correct? As far as the rarities and the 10 different gens. Let me, I'm going to click. Okay. So when earlier in the show, when Ali was speaking about, when Coco speaking about commons, rares, the super rares, the legends, the master. This is what he was referring to. And so normally you see a 10,000 collection, and when you see the 10,000 collection, Rococo's Ruckus, a sunshine explosion with 10,000 yellow Rococos. So the yellow Rococo would be the common Rococo. Question: did you even well, due to the fact that it's generative, there probably are some rares within. Are there rares within the commons?
No, we didn't have we don't have any rares in common because that app that we developed is sorting by non-repetitive and non-separate are separate gens. So there are only commons in this category.
Okay. Question: there's like, so there's not one repeat, right? There's not any. Is every single 10,000 piece different?
Yes, they are different, and they are not repetitive. They are not same, and they are different from each other.
Okay, I'm bringing up your rares next. You have 250 skeletons. The ethereal skeleton specters, world of the. So there's not any type of duplicates in any of these, right? These are all different, right?
Sure.
Okay, you have patience with me, Rococo. This is my first PFP project, so I might not be saying things correctly, so I got to familiarize myself with PFP projects. But you're the first PFP project now, but I couldn't think of a better one because the art, man.
I'm glad.
Yeah, man. This is so okay. We have the devils. 20 tokens. So there's 20 devils. Is that correct?
If you scroll down.
Oh, thank you, bro. Thank you. Okay, we have the avatars, which takes after the movie Avatar, I assume. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Forces, finesse, the fluidity of water. Okay. Then we have the goblins. Yes.
Yes.
20 gleeful goblins. All right. We have the what's this? Avatars. 20 tokens. The zombies. We have 20 zombies out of this collection. Okay. We have the aliens. We have 20 cosmic evolving, creating a realm where Rococo's become groundbreaker. Wow. You have a lot. You have everything. You got it all covered. Okay, so those are the super rares. 100 tokens and 5 different gens. So that's 20 each. That's what you were speaking about. Oh, did I? I think I messed this up. I did mess this up. I'm sorry. Let's jump back to the rares. I have 250 skeletons. 250 invisibles. We have 250 ghosts. See, I like the ghosts, man. Out of everything that I looked at, I love the ghosts. I wish the ghosts were a little rarer, and then you have 250 black and whites. So these guys make up 1,000. right? So you have 1,000 rare. The super rare, you have 100, which is made up in sections of 20. And then you have the legends, which is 10 legends. Now, if I remember correctly, if I was listening correctly, the 10 legends are pixel art and that you created, and that when you acquire a orange gem, and then you can I don't know necessarily how it works. I don't want to say nothing wrong, but then you said you could trade or burn or for or you can acquire a legend. Go ahead,
Yes.
go ahead. You say it. You say it.
Other pieces, for example, common, rare, super rares are for sale. Okay.
Okay.
We sell them on object, but we never list legends and master. The legends, everybody who wants to have a legend item had to have a orange. So when you have an orange in your wallet, we will transfer a legendary item to them, but the transfer will be done after all 10 oranges will be finished. Then we transfer all these tokens to owner of oranges.
Okay.
So the legendary items not for sale. They are just for everybody who has oranges.
Okay, and you have each one. You have one for the. Oh, look at this. Okay, so you got one that represents the black and white, the 250. You have one that represents the ghosts at 250. You have one that represents the typical, the 10,000, the yellow. You have one that represents the goblins, one that represents the devils. You got one for the zombies. You have one for the skeletons. The invisible, the invisible. Okay, so now that now that I'm talking with you and I'm scrolling through everything, you have one avatar and one alien, and that makes 10. And all of these guys are custom pixels, and the way you acquire them is with an orange gem. And then down here, so now I understand how you created the 10,000, right? 11,111, right? Yeah. Now that no. So this is how the hour of power works, man. I got lots of questions, and so as I'm learning, I think everybody else sees how it breaks down too, because sometimes it's hard to talk about this in rooms, and explain it. Sometimes I think when you explain it and the light bulb turns on over my head, and as you're talking, and I'm like, how did he get these numbers, and how did he break this down? And then here's so for 11,111 and or one, here's the one, right? Is this the master that creates the one? Wow. So question. How do you get the king?
Yeah, the king is designed and sculpted in ZBrush, and after that we export the 3D model to the Blender. We customize it and classify it, and we export it to the Substance Painter. We texture paint it in Substance, and after that we render the 3D model with Blender. And there is the king of Rococo's 3D king is here.
So do you not, I mean, maybe you don't want to talk about it. How does somebody collect the king?
Nobody can collect the king.
Nobody can collect the king?
Yeah. In future, we will tell everybody how to collect the king, but for now, there is no way to collect the king.
Okay. Well, that was my, I didn't write it down, but that was my one big question for you, because I saw there was only one king. I wanted to know, how does somebody get the king? I'm sure everybody else would like to know that too. Okay. So that's how these guys break down. So earlier when we were speaking, and having our conversation and describing how everything breaks down, now you guys get to see it with your own eyes, and maybe it helps people understand a little bit better of how this works, right? And so here's your roadmap, right? I'm going to open up your roadmap real quick.
The roadmap is the old one, so I can tell you more updated roadmap here.
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wait, actually, hang on. Let me say this real quick for the show and everybody watching. When it comes to a PFP project, right, guys? A PFP project is so I like to think of PFP projects almost like when a company first releases their when a company first goes on the market. This is probably not the, this one has nothing to do with the other, but this is just this is like how I think about it. When a company first comes to the market and they release shares, a lot of times stock options, right? You could buy a stock in a company. I see, this company just dropped 10,000 shares. So sometimes when I look at PFP projects, that's how I kind of look at a PFP project, where you're when you're collecting these pieces or investing in these pieces, it's kind of like you're investing in this. There's a bigger picture. There's a lot going on behind the scenes. You've heard Ali speak about board games. You've heard him speak about products, possibility of toys, Roco radio, and animation down the line. Animations are happening now, but a bigger animation, cartoon-wise. So there's a lot of different ideas in the Rococo universe, and so a roadmap is something where I guess maybe collectors can see where the future of the project is going. And so usually on these PFP projects, there's a roadmap area where you can take a look at this and you can check it out. Now, and then you have an idea of what's going on, what the future is, the steps they're going to take, and then you can monitor the project to see how if they're hitting their steps, what step they're at, what part you're in, especially if you decide to come in and begin to collect Rococos. Okay, now having said that, I just wanted to break down the meaning of a roadmap for everybody. Go ahead, take it over.
Yeah, great. So for the first step, we can see this roadmap, and after that, I will update it. Because we didn't put anything here, so the idea will be lost maybe. So we decided to didn't put everything here. So let's see this roadmap, and after that, I will update you for the whole roadmap.
Okay, so this was your first step, which is analyze, and prep of 200 Rococo tokens for the market, review, introduction. So this is where you first introduced and brought Rococo into everyone, and showing everyone, right? This step is finished. The generator app, developing the Rococo NFT generator application, which I would assume the generator app is where you generated all of the Rococos, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and just really quick, when we speak about, let me take a step back here. Really quick, when we speak about generative art with everybody, up here at the very top where the Rococo, the yellow-skinned Rococo, is changing hats, eyelids, expressions, mustaches, facial, and then all the way down to the Rococo's clothes. This is the way someone... this is what we call generative art, right? Where they take a figure and the figure always stays the same. It's like the base model. And then on top of that base model, they create art. They create all these different types of art, but the base model always stays the same. And so that's when you create the generator app, and then you plug in all of these different features. It's just like they do in animation with cell drawing, or layers in Photoshop. You have different layers, but the main face never, almost like, I don't know if you ever remember the toy Mr. Potato Head, right? Mr. Potato Head was just this base potato head, but yet it came with all these different noses and hats and ears and glasses and eyes, and so you would have this doll, and you can change the face 400, 500, 600 different ways. And so the generator app, when you have to create 10,000 of these, is you input the graphics, and then you input all the layers, and you tell the animator, the generator, hey, I want 10,000 of these, all different, and then the generator will create these. Do I have that correct?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
Exactly
okay.
correct.
All right. So
But something I have to say
Go ahead.
is it have to be non-repetitive. Okay.
Right. It's and never a duplicate. So
Yeah.
you do have to enter enough assets where it could interchange all these pieces in so many different combinations that you get 10,000 of these, all different. Correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so that was the generator app, and obviously that worked because you have your collection now. Smart contract. You had to develop the smart contract before you posted any of this, to make sure that when you worked with everybody that it was the right smart contract for Tezos and Object. And then you created the rarities. The rarities was everything that we went through. It was the 1,000 rarities, which broke down to 250 pieces. The 100 rarities, which broke down to 20-piece groups. The 10 pixel, the hand pixel created ones, and then the master, obviously. And then you added the rarities, which is done. And then this brings you to the whole collection on Tezos, which we're going to show them after this. So common, rare, completed, super rare, completed, legend, and then the master, which is the king. And so we're at this step, and okay, you take over the, you take it from here.
Yeah. Okay. This is the steps that we done to create this project, and for the next steps we have lady Rococos, baby Rococos. After this step, that you can have your own family. We will provide you. We will bring you a world that you can stake your characters, the main characters, and mine Rococos. Okay. We will bring a coin that is named Rococo. So you will stake your main Rococos as a worker, then they will mine Rococos for you, and you can make your own buildings, own world in the Rococo's universe.
Okay, so
This is our
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Yeah. That's it. This is our vision for the Rococo, and after making a universe for Rococos, Rococos can make their houses, make their own babies, make their own works, and work together and bring some Rococoins. And after that, what they can with these Rococoins, they can play in the game, and they can play in other side games. For example, our friends that developed the Rococo application, he's working on a game that you can play with these coins there, and another coins maybe, and it's the roadmap of Rococo and vision of Rococo to making a universe of these characters.
And so I don't want to say the wrong thing here, right? And I don't want to compare the two, but almost feels like the Bored Apes, right? Bored Apes created a character. Now then they created this 3D character. Now the 3D character is in a world on the little islands, I think. And then didn't they something with I'm not too familiar with that, but I almost feels like you're headed in the same direction. I haven't seen too much of what they've done, but when I see everything that you got going on, and I'm putting it all together, I feel like there's going to be a whole digital world where you can bring your 3D Rococo into, right, or the Rococos that you have, and then you can take part in this world, in this 3D world. Almost like a Sims, right? Maybe like a Sims game or something where like you have your Sims family. I don't know, right? Like, but that's kind of the feeling I'm getting from everything that you're saying. I don't know if I'm right or wrong, but that's. Go ahead. I'll let you.
Yeah, exactly. It's like not same as Sims, but it's a worldwide game that you can. It's. Did you play, for example? Let me tell you some kind of board game that. Let me think. Um, I don't remember the name of the game, but
Okay. Okay.
it's a board game that you can play. You can pay money, make your buildings. You can earn money from your buildings,
Like
and you can
Monopoly.
yeah, like Monopoly,
Okay.
and yeah, you can sell your buildings. You can earn money from your buildings, and you have to find some cards in the land. And if you have the bundle of that card, you can place a building there. And it's I can't say all the idea, but it's the main idea of it.
Okay, okay. So it sounds like there's a whole creation of a Rococo. I mean, there's you got it in your head where there's a whole Rococo world. The animations, you have marketing, shit. I always forget the word. So you have shirts, T-shirts, toys, a whole line of different products. So it sounds like there's a whole world taking place here. I'm pulling up orange gems, right? Orange gems. Yes. We're on orange gems now, and now this seems to be 12 months, 12 announcements, 12 orange gems.
It's wrong data. Please go to the object. I have to update this. Go. It's better to see it on object.
Okay. I'm just scrolling through these gems, but let's view on the blockchain. Okay, we are on object. I'm gonna Let me back up. Let me go to the Rococo family. All right. Okay. Oh, so okay. I got them up here. I got the orange gems up at the tops. Orange gems. I got 3 of these guys up at the top now. These are the orange gems. I'm showing everybody. If are you you watching on the laptop, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a little delay. It has a
Little delay, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. There is 3 of origins that we created them in 3D applications, 3D software. So each origin has a story and has an own challenge. For example, this is the artist one, and the winner of Fine Arts Challenge wins this orange. There's 10 oranges here, and they will bring you 10 legendary collections.
Okay, guys. So this is the so if you acquire one of these orange gems, then one of these orange gems will lead you to a legend. Now, are the legends up here as well?
You can what did you say?
The legend are the legends. The legends are part of the collection on object as well.
The legend, I mean the rarity of legendary in Rococo.
Right. Are they located on object? Yeah. Okay.
Please go back on the Rococo collection.
Okay.
Let me refresh this. It has a little delay here.
No problem.
So, if you know the objects has a filtering of attributes, in your left hand you can find the attributes of Rococo. You can scroll down and find rarity.
Type.
Did you find that?
Ah, yeah, I got you. I got you. I got it. I got it. So I'm learning object too. Have patience, everybody.
Yeah,
I got it. Okay,
that's
so
great.
the orange gems are what leads you to. Now, there's only 10 of these guys out of the collection. These are the pixelated guys, right? I'm gonna bring a couple of these guys up. So this was the hand pixelated drawn ones.
Yeah,
I'm just showing everybody. I'm just skimming through everything that we talked about. So these are the actual these are the this is the NFT that you will acquire that will show up in your wallet, correct?
yeah.
Okay. Okay, so this is the NFT at the end of the day when we all speak about NFTs or purchasing NFTs from a collection. This is the artwork from the collection. But when we talked about earlier about the legends, these are them. These are probably one of the rarest guys in the group, and this is what everybody loves. Everybody loves these rare guys. Okay, let's knock these guys off. That's the type. Pixel and okay, 3D. Let's see, is that the king? There's the king.
Okay.
All right, I'm bringing up the king. This is.
If you find the rarity, you can filter them by rarity.
Let me see. Let me go to the left here. Rarity. Okay, I got rarity. I got you.
Yeah, you can filter them by rarity.
Okay. God, thank you for the you're helping me. Doing a little tutorial here right now. Okay, so like we said, oh, you know what? Let me see if right. Okay, we brought them over here. Okay, from the website. Okay, guys. So from the website, which you saw us click, which got a little bit ahead of ourselves, but we are on Object now. Object is the home for this collection. You heard us speak about that, and the Object is where you can purchase one of these guys. But now we're just going to show you how it works on Object. This is the yellow face. This is the 10,000 yellow faces that we spoke about. All here, you could see the differences in all of these guys, right? Different glasses, but as we were speaking earlier, they all generally have the same base character, but all of these things change. Some have glasses, some have mustaches, different shirts, different styles of glasses, different facial hair, different hats, different ways they wear their hair. Now, remind you, every single one of these guys are different. Different combinations, and this is what they generated from the generator. And they asked it to kick out 10,000 different Rococos, and here they are. Here's 10,000 of them. Then when we bump up and we knock off the common, and we pull up light, no, let's actually go in. Let's go in order. When we we'll go to rare next. Okay, so these are the rares. So when we spoke about the 250 black and white, the 250 skeleton, the 250 zombie. No, zombies were not it. The skeleton. The ghosts. Thank you. Okay, so here they are. Now these guys are all okay. So there's 250 each of these guys. Now, between me and you, I like the ghosts. I don't know what it is about the ghosts, but I like the ghosts. These guys, the ghosts are my favorite. You got the invisibles, where it's still the base character guys, but the only thing that is visible is the eyes, the hat, and the clothing that they're wearing. You have the black and whites. There's 250 of these that we spoke about. And then what is the third one? The skeletons? Yeah, the skeletons. There we go. Fourth one. Okay, so we have the fourth one, which is the skeletons. Skeletons, ghosts. We cover everybody. Skeleton, ghosts, invisibles, and the black and whites. Yes, that makes 1,000. Okay, so what we spoke about, here they are, right? Let's drop down the rares.
Great.
Let's look at the super rares. Okay. Now we're moving to the super rares, and there's only 20 each of these guys. And interesting enough, because if you go to the Rococo X page, you can see here they do an excellent job of, you know what, let's save this for last. We'll save that for last. But if you, wait, no, that's not it. Oops, okay. So these are, let's stay focused. I could jump around real easy on this. These are the super rares. There's only 20 of each of these guys. These are the avatars, the devils, the zombies. We have the aliens. And who am I missing? I'm missing one of these. I'm missing somebody. Oh, right. I said the goblins. We have the goblins.
Goblins, yes.
Okay. And so same thing. No one alike. So all 20 of these, all different as well. And then not to repeat, but why not? We have the legends, which are the 10 pixels. And then finally, the king. Yeah, I can't believe I'm going to let you get out of this show without letting everyone know how to get the king. That was my big question. And then you got the orange guy, the orange gems up here. Yeah, I'm dying to know. He's smiling because he knows I want to know how to get the king. All right, and so over here on object, as you can see, this is where the collection is home. 11,111 of them. It says 14 because the orange gems are in there. But
if you go to the collections tab.
Oh, okay. Oh, thank you. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. There we go.
The
Okay, so here is the Rococo collection. Here's the orange gem collection. Right, because created, they all come in together. Thank you. And then here they are on, I see you got a Discord, which is, I'm sure, where everybody joins. Your website's out there. And then we have X. And so that, guys, is the Rococo collection, which, everything that we spoke about. All right. What else do we want to show them? Yes. Finally, let's see. We went through the website. We went through the collection. There was nothing left on that website, right? The orange gem. Oh, what is Rococo? Right. Okay. That's okay. And then, okay. So then this is their X page. This is Rococo's X page. This is where you can follow them, find them, conversate with them. Does an excellent job of posting. Lets everybody know when Rococo is purchased and who becomes part of the family, which is, you'll see these get pumped out from time to time as somebody buys them. And then you post some of the physical stuff on here too, right? The stuff you got, pillows, the T-shirt. I saw you retweeted some physical stuff that some of the family was creating. This is the Rococo radio that he speaks about. So some more branding, right? If you guys want to catch up with them, 10:30 a.m. every Tuesday. Okay, so Rococo radio is every Tuesday. And that's where the family gets together. So you have a Rococo. I would imagine that you're all in this Rococo radio space.
Hey.
Right? Did I say it all? Did I get it all right?
Yeah, correct.
Okay.
That's the way to present us.
All right. So this is my first I got to make sure I say this all right. I got to get it right, guys. Yeah. This is my first PFP project that I'm speaking about. And then here is, hang on, let's play this for them. Here is a little whip by a Rococo owner. All right, so that's them. Yeah. Aliens. Only 4 left, guys. But right. But the super rares, they're going quick. The avatars have sold out. The devils have sold out. I wanted to show them some of that. More art. All right. So if you're becoming part of the family, yeah. Oh, you even wish everybody happy birthday. Look at that. I like this, man. I like what you got going on here. A lot of good energy, a lot of good stuff. You keep people very updated. Sites are very active. X is very active. It was very easy to get in touch with you. It was through Spaces too. I was happy that Josh made the connection. Okay. Ali, anything else you want to share, or did we cover it pretty good?
Yeah, thank you for presenting this all thing, the X profile, the website and the object profile. I wanted to add something about that the work that we do with Rococo family, with this community that getting together. We are working on a magazine that it's based on blockchain, and this is the name is gas fee, the gas fee magazine. We are developing that, and we are working on that with our family. And in 11 of each month, we will release that, and you can download that and read about all the things. About art, there's about art, blockchains, photography, comic. We have Rococo comics here. Again, playing with game Rococo comic, delete CO and connect them. Rococo comic we have there. So we have a bunch of things there, and you can get update here. And there's nothing to say. Thank you, Mark.
No, hang on. No, you're gonna close out the show.
No.
No, well, I'm gonna close out the show, but I do have a couple more questions for you. So give me 1 second. Just let me make sure.
Let me turn the lights on.
Let me make sure everything's working here.
Okay.
Let me make sure we're good. There we go. Lock back in. So question, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, let me get these last two questions out while I get my camera back up and running here. Question, so people want to catch up with you, they want to talk to you, where can they, there we go. Is that, yeah, right, that's where I want to go from here. People want to catch up with you. They want to talk to you. They want to reach out. They want to do maybe, I don't know, maybe contact you, talk about the project. Maybe there's some opportunity out there. What's the best way to reach out to you? What's the best way to contact you? Is it X? I saw that you do have an Instagram. I did tag it, but how can people reach out to you and if they want to talk to you about the project?
Yeah. The best way to connect us and talk to us and other family members is joining Rococo Radio. Every Tuesday we get together, and we will talk about the project updates and everything about the entire project. And if everybody wants to talk to team members, can see us there. And with this DM of this account, Rococo account, you can connect us, and if you want to talk us, join Rococo Radio.
Okay, so a really good way to have a conversation with you and reach out to you is just to jump on that Rococo Radio on Tuesdays, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's right.
Okay. I probably should have said this a little earlier, guys, but if anybody has any questions for Ali and Rococo, now's the time to drop them. I should have said that a little earlier, but if you guys got any questions, we got, we have everything open on Facebook. If anybody wants to ask anything, YouTube or X, and you guys got any questions, drop them now. Ali, before I say goodbye, I always ask everybody before we say goodbye, if there's an artist out there that, might want to do their own PFP project or take on something of this size and this scalability. It's a lot of work, right? But it seems like you guys are handling that work very well. You're progressing very well. I haven't seen anything that's made me weary. Your graphics are on point. Your ideas are on point. Your collection is on point. Everything, it looks great. Now going through it with you personally and understanding all the little facets and how it works, you've clearly thought this out very, very well. I know there's probably a lot more that you're not talking about, but I like that because then, you could come back on in a half a year from now and let us know the progress and all the new let us know how everything's going. and all the new updates, right? But for people right now, for artists right now, maybe there's somebody out there that might want to get into a PFP project, right? Maybe some words of advice, maybe some thoughts that you can share for other artists out there that might want to travel the same road. Any advice, any thoughts for them?
Yeah, exactly. Let me think. Uh, the best advice that I wanted to tell them is choose your team, select your team, and talk with them. Listen their advice, their opinions, their ideas, and trust your team. Just keep continue. Don't stop anything. Uh, it's not a near near project, by for example, it's long term project that maybe you wanted to have get rich. It's not something about getting rich. It's something about getting together, making your community, and after that, the community shows you how to go. Yeah, just keep continue, and for everybody who wants to have their own PFP project, I have to tell him focus on your roadmap. The roadmap is the most important thing that PFP collection could have. So focus on your roadmap, and it's not one person work. You have to create your team, pick the talents, and work with them, trust them, and use technology. For example, we use some apps, and in future we will release this application that we developed and generate Rococos. For now, it's console based. That if you wanted to use it, you have to know about coding. It doesn't have any interface. But in future, we design an interface for it that every user can use them and generate their own collections and PFPs with them. And that's it.
Okay.
I think it's the most whole reason to do that.
Sounds like what's really important is your team, your family,
Yeah.
everything that you gotta make sure that you get the right people.
Yeah, finding
And
right people push you up, push you forward, and it's the key.
okay. So I think we are. Let me check the time. Yeah, look at that, 11 o'clock. 2 hour show. Great job. Okay, you did great. English, bad. That wasn't a problem. Understood me pretty good. Yeah, man. So I appreciate you coming on the show. I'm glad that I got you on the show. I've always wanted to talk with a PFP project. But even more than that, I got a chance to talk to somebody who is really taking pride in the branding, in the creation, in the artwork. And I think you've done a great job from top to bottom, in my opinion. From everything that I've seen out there, I think you've done an excellent job. And it's interesting for me to learn about PFP project, right? First PFP project on the HOP. So, I can't thank you enough for coming on, spending your time, taking your time, and joining in and giving us all sorts of just filling us in on everything that's going on and letting us know how the project works. I really appreciate your time that you've spent with us on HOP. Welcome to the Hour of Power family. And Ali, you're going to come back on the show down the road, right, and let us know everything that's going on?
Yeah, I didn't get your last question. What's your last?
You're going to come back on the show 6 months from now, so we can get in.
Yeah, for sure. I will come back in power with more power.
All right, Ali.
Sure.
Yo, thank you very much for coming on the show, man. Hopefully, you feel it went very smooth. I love I love having conversations especially when it comes to PFP projects and art. And just this is one of the things that, and when Josh pointed it out, really caught my attention. So I appreciate your time. Hopefully I did you guys justice. Sorry if I said some things wrong. This PFP stuff is all new to me. But I wanted to do you guys justice and make sure everyone understood how a PFP project works, and how they should view it. What's the behind the scenes, and everything that's going on. It's just a little bit more than art. It's a project. I appreciate you, man. Thank you for coming on.
Oh, I was so glad to being here and talking to you in Hour of Power. And it's my pleasure to being here. And thanks Josh, to introduce me to you. And let's go with more power here. I have more power to continue to make my family bigger. And in future, we will join you with more power. And it's the game.
The power of family. Ali, I'm going to close out the show. Thank you for your time. You could jump off now. You're free. I appreciate you jumping on and everything. And I'm going to end the show. We got the song from Ali to end the show. It's the Rococo theme song. So, you can hang on. You could sign off, whatever you want to do. But I'm going to close out right now. So I appreciate you, and thank you for coming on, bro.
Thank you. Mark, love you. Mad love to you. Goodbye.
All right, guys. So you just heard from Ali, the project founder of Rococo. He likes to be called Rococo, though. So we'll call him Rococo. But it's a great project, right? Got a chance to go through everything. This is the first PFP project we've had on the Hour of Power. Normally, we either bring on health gurus or art gurus, all sorts of different types of artists, musicians. You never know who's going to pop up next. But this was a PFP project, and it ties into the Web3 world. It ties into art itself. It's art with a little bit of, I don't know. It's art times, it's art with a project behind the art. Mongoose, a close friend of mine, always used to say utility, right? But it's nice to dive into a PFP project and listen to the thoughts, understand the mentality of it, and kind of look at it and see it from like a perspective of why would I invest, or why would I buy one of these, or what does this represent, or what's going on here. I'm really not sure. A lot of people, give it bad. They give it a bad vibe because they why would I want to pay that much? But in reality, when it comes to a PFP project, I look at a PFP project a little different than most. I look at it as in terms of there's a much bigger picture going on. It's a group of people. It's a team. It's a person's idea. It's everyone's focus. It's and after speaking to Ali and Rococo and learning about the team and everything that they have going on, and exploring the art and figuring out how the rares and the super rares, the legends, how everything works, you could see it's a big community, a lot of different it's just not one piece of art going up for an edition. Or a bunch of editions. There's a lot of different facets, a lot of different moving pieces involved in something like this. And so you hear the back end of it, which is, hey, we're trying to, produce a cartoon. We have an idea for a show. We have an idea for a board game. We have an idea for physical products. And so this is how it begins. When you see it start to evolve and you see it on the shelves in the stores and all of a sudden you see something and you start to take interest, or you see a cartoon, this is where it starts. It starts with that PFP project. And then, bringing your PFP project into the world and showing everybody. And, people taking a good hard look at it and deciding whether or not they might want to be a part of it. They might want to invest in it. They might think it's worthy to flip. Whatever the case may be, you're taking part in someone's dream, and you're helping them, create that. And it's not taking a lot to invest in it. However, the payoff could be huge, because we have seen what these PFPs can do. They can shoot to enormous heights. For example, the cyberpunks, I think I got that right, or the apes, the pudgy penguins, the doodles. We've seen these projects grow where the PFPs have practically started at nothing and then almost grew to the worth of 100,000, 200,000, 300. As the project grows, the value of, I guess, the asset that you've purchased and invested into the project grows. And so that is how an investor would be, rewarded by having now an NFT that is worth something of value, because the project becomes successful. So it's good to get to know the founders. It's good to get to know the teams. And it's good to get to know everything that's going on behind the scenes. And so that's my take on PFP projects. I'd like to, you never know what number they're at. Some can go with 1,000, 5,000. But what I think is important is learning about the behind the scenes of the project, the team of the project. I've always had a saying. I've always said that you can really determine the success of a lot of companies when you see their letterhead, right? I've always said this on the Hour of Power, that if you look at someone's letterhead, their business cards, just anything about the way they handle their company, the branding, it's just if there's a sense of quality and unification, and you could really see the thought out process of how it all comes together. Those are tremendous telltale signs of what I feel will be successful in the future. If somebody takes a lot of pride in their letterhead, if somebody takes a lot of pride in their logos, their branding, the way they present themselves, their artwork, just everything about it, you can tell who's serious about this and who isn't. And so this is one of those projects that I didn't hesitate when I took a good look at it, because I said, everything from top to bottom is wonderful. The art's wonderful. The branding's wonderful. We just heard from Ali, who spoke about how he likes to do wordplay. But even more than that, it's something that brings everything together. Roco Radio, the board game that they're working on, just a well-done job. So once again, I want to thank Ali for coming on. I appreciate all you guys for tuning in and saying hello. We have the closing song, and that's it, guys. That's the Hour of Power, or a couple hours of power. So next week, we have guests coming on. I think Monday we have Atiko. Going to be a little bit of a different show on Monday. Atiko, we will need a translator, so Sun will be coming on to translate for Atiko. So we're going to have an interesting show. First time we've ever had an artist and a translator, to make sure that show goes very successful. And then there might be an AI show next week. But I will tell you what's coming up after this, TGIF, with Sun and Alina. So my co-hosts. So we'll be popping on TGIF. Don't forget to come over there. Starts at 1 o'clock NYC Eastern Standard Time. And come get your horoscope. That's my job. I make sure everybody gets good horoscopes. So they start off the weekend good. So, all right, guys, it's Friday. All you guys, I want you to make sure you guys have a great Friday. I'm about to close out this show. We're going to bring up right now the Rococo theme song. Let's get that going, and we're going to close out on them. Hopefully, Ali has hung on so he could give us some of that Rococo. Hopefully I said it right. Because when these guys get active, it's awesome to listen to them. Very good community. But let's bring up the tracks right now. We got to download here. There we go. Make sure we got this. Okay, hang on, not yet. Guys, this is the Rococo closing out song. So on that note, I want all you guys to have a great Friday. I know it's a little different for everybody, but over here we're a little earlier. So, see everybody over on TGIF. I'll see you guys on TGIF. And Ali and the Rococo family, I want to thank all you guys for joining and joining in. Shima, HOPC. That's funny. We're on HOPE, which is HOP East. Pantea, Sina, Almond, Emma, Medi. I want to thank all you guys for tuning in and joining the show. And I want to thank Ali most and the Rococo family. Welcome to the HLP family. I'll see all you guys on TGIF. Till then, have a great Friday and have a great weekend, guys. Stay up, stay positive, and we'll see all you guys on the next show.
In the Rococo flow where the past meets tech. Art so fresh, make your mind double check. Test souls on the rise, got the chain on lock. 11, 111 tokens, yeah, we stockpile and stock. Eyes roll back, but we stay and walk. Family on the blockchain, it ain't no joke. Making memories where the ether drips. Crypto rich culture with them Rococo tips. Make a family on the chain, no need to rewind. Test souls got the vibe like we ahead of time. 11, 101, yeah, the art is divine. Roll them eyes back, but this treasure is mine. From the old school style to the digital streets, Rococo Renaissance where the future meets. Tesso stacking up every drop of gem. Art on the blockchain you can't condemn. We're breaking boundaries, keep the legacy strong. Roll them eyes, but the chain is long. Generations deep in that code we trust. Art in the ether, ain't no room for rust. Make a family on the chain, no need to rewind. Tesso's got the vibe like we ahead of time. 11, 101, yeah, the art is divine. Roll them eyes back.
Guys even got a great closing song. Very well done project. Everything is quality here. Something to invest in.
We flipped the script, yeah, we changed the game. Rococo on the blockchain, remember the name. Family ties in the digital frame. 11,
All right,
101, we
guys.
set it aflame. Tesso flows where the art resides.
That's Rococo, guys.
Future collides. Blockchain bonds that can be denied. Eyes roll back, but the vision's wide.
See everybody next show.
Flows where the art resides. Rococo vibes where the future collides. Blockchain bonds that can't be denied. Eyes roll back, but the vision's wide. From the old school style to the digital streets, Rococo Renaissance where the future meets. Tesso stacking up every drop of gem. Art on the blockchain you can't condemn. We're breaking boundaries, keep the legacy strong. Roll them eyes, but the chain is long. Generations deep in that code we trust. Art in the ether, ain't no room for rust.
See all you guys on the next show.